We don't need digital, we don't need artificial intelligence. Normal intelligence is good enough for this. But yet, so often, it is not done, it is overlooked, it is forgotten. Every utility in every country could benefit from improved leakage management. If I remember only one thing where I thought, this could make a difference. And this is this beautiful noise logger, which works on the NB-IoT technology. And I was impressed. I said, maybe there are technologies and things out in the market which can really help us to achieve the big overall target to globally reduce NRW. Good afternoon, everyone. It is always a challenge to be the last speaker on the last day in the last session of a successful conference. But let me try the best. As we all know, there is a serious NRW problem around the world. And together with my colleague Alan Wyatt from the US, I've done a study and we've published this in 2019. So how much water is lost in all urban water distribution systems? And the number is huge. The number doesn't tell us anything. It's just many, many zeros. But it is enough water to supply 2 billion people. Now, as we all know, a big chunk of this is due to physical losses, is simply due to leakage. So much progress was made since more than 40 years ago, when this famous report 26, it was the leakage reduction Bible from England, from WRC, when this was first published, 1980, 42 years ago. And we made a lot of progress. Look at this. This was a leak noise correlator. I still worked with it. You know, it was huge. It was a machine, as this was as big as a small refrigerator, but much heavier. And you needed a special van to go with this correlator to site. Nowadays, correlators are much smaller, better, nice colors, can even do it on your smartphone, have just 2 hydrophones. So all of this has moved on tremendously. But what did we achieve? We have everything, the technology, and so on. And I always say with what is written in the report 26, we can presumably solve 90% of the world's leakage problems. But did we really achieve anything on a global scale? And the answer, unfortunately, is no. But what are we looking for in reality? We're looking for leaks, and these leaks must be detected, and very importantly, they must be repaired. Here is a big leak. I took this photo in Manila, a leak on a bigger pipeline. And the kids playing in this water for years, they were very upset when we repaired this leak. Smart guys in Jamaica, these kids even built a pool and supplied by pristine drinking water. And here is a huge leak, 5 million liters per day in Manila. This was running for years and years. And everyone thought this is a small little river. Nobody had any idea it was coming from a big transmission main. So these are the spectacular leaks. We love them. Big leak, big water losses, big problem, and nice photo opportunities, of course. But the big but, is this our real problem? No, I would say it is not. Our problem are the small leaks, the many, very, very small leaks. Well, you may say, well, it's a small volume of water which is lost here. This is not correct, because don't forget that leakage, how much water you lose from a leak, is a function of time and the flow rate. You can imagine if a leak leaks for half a year, for all year, maybe because you don't find it, the volume is huge, although the leak is so small. So we need to see what the sector must do in general to achieve something on a global scale, to reduce leakage everywhere. So first we must start with leakage-centric planning, design and construction. I find it always sad if there are new parts of the distribution network are built, new expansion areas, and nobody thinks of DMAs, nobody thinks of zones, nobody thinks of pressure management. So the planning and design has to take this into account. So we need to look at this whole thing, and if we don't get this first thing right, then we don't need digital, we don't need artificial intelligence. Normal intelligence is good enough for this. But yet, so often, it is not done, it is overlooked, it is forgotten, and nobody sees the importance. So we need a new mindset. We need to think leakage. We need to change operations. Who is responsible? Well, normally everyone is responsible, which means to me nobody is responsible at the end of the day. We need to change the organization. We need to restructure. We need to have a powerful NRW department, which is not somewhere down the ladder, somewhere, below distribution, below this. No, they must report directly to the CEO. They must be on top. They need to control everything. So NRW management and leakage management is key and must have the highest priority in the utility. Now, can all utilities do this? Do they have the know-how? Do they have the equipment? Do they have the funds? Do they know what to do? Well, in so many cases not. But there is the private sector. So why on earth don't you contract this out? If you build a pumping station, you'll not do it yourself. You use a contractor. You need to have a consultant for the design. You have a contractor, and they do it for you. So why not NRW management? There are good examples of very successful performance-based contracts where complete NRW management was outsourced to the private sector. But it's only a very, very few cases worldwide. It should be mainstream. It should be normal. Why is this so important? Because as a utility, your main job is to supply water to your customers. So you don't even have time to think about NRW management. So you need somebody who does not have to supply water to the customers, who can be focused on NRW management. I came to places where people thought that from day one it will be beneficial. No, this is unfortunately, very unfortunately, not true. We need to improve the infrastructure. We need to restructure the network. We need to build DMAs. We need to do all of the things which were not done in the past. So the upfront investments can be quite significant, but this needs to be understood. This needs to be understood by the utility shareholders, by the management, by the financing institutions, by everyone. Guys, without having proper upfront funding, we cannot do anything in a sustainable way. Yes, of course, we can go out and find a few leaks here and there. This is good, but this will not solve our problem. So when we talk about the break-even point of such projects, it's unrealistic to assume that this will be less than 7 years. So we need a good financing concept, and a lot of utilities struggle already with this. So now we are 42 years after report 26. So still leakage management is not a focus area. It is something which is also done. Somewhere we find a few illegal connections, find a few leaks to this and this, but it's not done in a holistic comprehensive way. So basically every utility in every country could benefit from improved leakage management. Now you will say, okay, what does this, where is digital technology, where are all the new things? No, we had a great conference. We had a conference in Prague in June this year, the IWA water loss conference, and I saw many equipment manufacturers, solution providers, everything was interesting, good products here, there, left, right. If I remember only one thing where I thought, this could make a difference. And this is this beautiful noise logger, which works on the NB-IoT technology. And I was impressed. I said, okay, yes, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are technologies and things out in the market which can really help us to achieve the big overall target to globally reduce NRW. And with this last presentation, last day, I come to the end of my talk. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask now or send me an email anytime you want. Thank you very much.